6 with Jim Jensen, Rolland Smith, Warner Wolf on sports, and Dr. Frank Field.
Good evening. Neighbors say 50-year-old Larry Edmondson was someone you could always count on for help. He was a fixture in the Clinton Hill section of Brooklyn, caretaker of a neighborhood church, and a friend to all who needed him. But this evening, Larry Edmondson is dead, killed in an attempted robbery. Barbara Nevins reports.
Late this afternoon, detectives questioned Rolland.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. We hope somebody helps out. In the bloodiest chapter so far in the ongoing horror story of terrorism in the sky, the death toll is now up to 60 in the aftermath of yesterday's daring Egyptian raid on the hijacked Egypt Air jet in Malta. The latest victim, a baby.
And coming up, anger over the Michael Stewart verdict spills out into the streets. Randall Pinkston with that report. Later this evening, what are the real dangers of vaccinating your child against whooping cough, if indeed there are any at all? Dr. Frank Field with that report. And the drama of saving lives is just part of the job for the city's fire rescue squads. Chris Borgen begins a special report on lifesavers. Now to this weather and Dr. Frank Field.
And we have another change that's in the making now. Our high temperature today was 44 degrees. It's rather chilly out there, and skies will be becoming increasingly cloudy. Right now, in Midtown, it is 41. Earlier this morning, the temperature dropped to 36 degrees. The humidity is 45% with westerly winds, a falling barometer. The air quality is good, and our skies are partly cloudy. But clouds are beginning to move in our direction from both the west and the southwest. A big ridge of cold air has moved over the northern half of the country. It is drifting slowly to the east, and that cold air mass will move across the northern part of the country, but warm air is moving up out of the south, and that overrunning pattern will develop a heavy cloud band through tonight and into tomorrow, and then during the morning hours, a mixture of freezing rain, sleet will begin moving our way. So the forecast for the metropolitan area for tonight, rain will be mixed with snow or sleet during the early morning hours. It should all be turning over to rain during the day, but temperatures tonight, you see, will drop down into the 30s. So any precipitation that moves in from the west or southwest will begin as a mixed bag, a little rain, a little sleet, all tied in with that. And then tomorrow, that mixture of rain, sleet, and snow in the interior sections will gradually change back to rain because temperatures will begin warming up. We'll get readings in the 40s. So some very wet, unsettled weather beginning tomorrow and continuing for several days. Gentlemen?
Combination of rain and sleet, huh?
Sleet, as I said.
Whatever you choose. Okay. For nearly 5 months now, the right hand of the Statue of Liberty has been empty. Her outstretched arm waiting for the new beacon of liberty that will once again welcome the world's tired and poor. The next thing to go back on Miss Liberty will be the 7 crown spikes that represent the 7 continents and the 7 seas. They were removed to facilitate the restoration work.
The ninth race triple scholars task, You Are Right Nasty, and Dashing Dennis. Letters JHD, $1,554. This is Warner Wolf. Jim?
Well, it's Monday, right?
What does that mean? It gets worse as the week goes on.
Even though they won, do you think the Giants played all that well yesterday?
The Cardinals are terrible.
Yes.
They are. But look, they beat them 34-3.
But look at the 4 turnovers in the first quarter against a good team. They would have been clobbered.
The Giants?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think so. Sign of a good team is taking advantage of turnovers.
No, their own turnovers.
Oh, you're talking about the Giants' turnovers. Oh.
They would have been crushed by a better team, I think. Robin?
Up next, you'd better watch out. Santa Claus, the movie, is coming to town, and Dennis will have a review when we come back. Good. I'm Rolland Smith. Michelle Marsh and I will be back later on for Channel 2 News at 11.
Tomorrow on Channel 2 News at 6, Chris Borgen will continue a special report on lifesavers with a look at who could come to your aid if you called an ambulance, the emergency medical service. That's tomorrow. Coming up next, the Channel 2 editorial, followed by the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. We'll be back tomorrow at 6. Good evening.
Portions of these broadcasts were recorded. Management of Channel 2 is editorial director Leslie Crossan.
It's not too often a legislator proposes a bill that successfully defies both logic and the law. But a recent proposal by New Jersey Assemblyman Thomas Paterniti of Metuchen does just that. The Paterniti bill would require porno bookstore customers to register their names, addresses, and social security or driver's license numbers with store owners. The Assemblyman bases his proposal on the assumption that homosexual activity takes place in these stores. His next logical assumption is that the customers are spreading the deadly disease AIDS. If not through sex, then presumably through the pages of the books they handle. Mr. Paterniti has been a vocal opponent of porno bookstores. His fight to close them should be kept separate from attempts to prevent the spread of AIDS. Linking the disease to porno bookstore patronage simply serves to create the illusion of a relationship between the two. And requiring customers to register when they enter the shops flies in the face of privacy laws. Those minor considerations aside, there's another danger in the Paterniti bill. The danger of adding to the public confusion about how the disease is spread. Assemblyman Paterniti's bill should be killed before it prompts a new wave of fear and hysteria.